Today we are going to talk about books. Oh yes, it's gonna be a bookish talk today, very niche, but we need to talk about this. Usually these videos about London, the city, Buckingham Palace, London Eye, British Museum, Tate Modern, and sometimes hidden gems like secret gardens that's open to the public only once in a blue moon, or the oldest pub in London, Jack the Ripper Walks. Because I'm based in London, this is where I studied, where I lived for years, but originally I'm from Hungary, from Eastern Europe, and sometimes, like today, we are going to talk about Eastern Europe, about Hungary, and specifically about the book industry in Hungary. And this is important to talk about because I was invited by a new Hungarian publisher to help them out, if I can. If you look at the landscape, Hungarian book publishing landscape, you will see three main names that dominate. They publish a title every single year and they have huge number of copies sold. No one else get near to them. The three names, Leslie Lawrence, Vivian Fable, those are pseudonyms. And there's another one, Eva Fejős. Today we are going to talk about Eva Fejős. She's not just a writer, she has her own company, an independent publishing company called Erevan. And she is always very, very honest. I can even say brutally honest about the whole process. And today she posted something on her Facebook page. So it opens like this. I wrote something very, very important, but I know that no one gonna publish it. No media outlets will deal with it. Because it's just about books and no one cares about this industry anyway. You know what they say? If it bleeds, it leads. Well, definitely books are not like that. So she continues. She says in this post that she's going to talk to her Facebook followers. She opens with two questions. So she opens with two questions. Why they bleed out, why they let the independent book publishers bleed out? Why the new rules at all? Why they limit freedom and the market? In Hungary, a newly published book price is set in stone for a year. There's a new rule that allows only maximum of 10% discount on a new book. They said this rule is to protect the books, the book publishing, the industry. She go on to ask that actually who is the one who benefit from all this? Because the small publishers, the independent publishers, like the one she owns, has Facebook page, social media pages, and website where the readers can buy the books from the author herself. And to encourage this behavior, previously she could give discounts, but she cannot do that anymore. And she goes on to mention the main chains of bookshops and other shops that sell books as well. And she says something which I was very aware of, that other countries, people from other cultures would be very surprised to know that a publisher prints out a book and gives it to a distributor company, and that company has the cut of 55 to 60%. Oh yes, 60% that goes to the distribution company. 60%. I actually heard of contracts that actually pocket 72%. So basically, to make it simple, that is the middleman between the publishing company and the bookshops. And they are basically have unlimited power over the actual physical printout books. So Eva Fejős on her Facebook post continues saying that her opinion is that this rule that the book prices cannot be changed for a year, it doesn't protect anything or anyone, but it will kill off every single independent publisher. And it's only good for the big companies. And the writers, the authors, especially the ones who have their own publishing companies, independent companies, small companies, they don't have any options. They cannot even say that, okay, in the shop it's gonna be, I don't know, £10, and if you buy it from the author, it's gonna be £5, half of that. You cannot do that anymore. So she says that many people, many readers, especially the ones who are big fans, they like to buy things from the artist, from the author herself. In return, the reader would get a huge discount, and everything worked fine until now. So that's why she decided to complain officially. And to my knowledge, she is the only one who decided to stick her head out and complain officially about this, because it's been going on for about since at least the 90s, or maybe it was always like this. Because before the 90s, it was socialism in Hungary. So every single company was owned by the government. And Hungary became a democracy in the 90s, and there were just so many things we have not changed, we haven't dealt with. And one of the elephant in the room is that if you go to the shop and you buy a book, 60% or sometimes 70% of that price is going to the distribution company, not to the publisher, not to the author, not even to the well, that's it. I can't even talk because it's so stressful to talk about this topic. Anyway, for me, it's a historical moment, and I wish all the best to Eva Fejős, the bestseller author in Hungary, and she has all my support.